Summer, a time we should all remember. A time for sun, fun, and hanging out with your friends. Breaks from school and work seem more rewarding as you treat yourself to lazy Sundays with iced coffees. I spent my summer at camp, roughhousing and teaching young men what it actually meant to be a man. Through my fears, weaknesses, strengths, trials, care, and compassion. Through words, but mostly through lack of them, I attempted to demonstrate this to the campers. Traveling with 5 others, we were on the road nearly every weekend, spanning from Michigan to Maryland to Canada. We encountered every different type of youth that there is. Urban, suburban, rural, confident, broken, and hurting. Who are we? At the core of who we are, who are we? Who is your neighbor? Do you love them? The man or woman next to you or floating through your mind, do you love them? This is what I had to ask myself every day when we woke up in the dorm, cabin, or house during our tour. We toured together, all 6 of us, Jody, Ryan, Emily, Will, Janelle, and I. I had to convince myself that I loved all my neighbors, and not only convince, but to live it out. Why? Because society doesn't tell the campers that they are loved. Society says, you're useful, but you have no real purpose. You look good, let's objectify you. You're ugly, let's forget about you. You're weird, you don't fit in. We learn to take on the lives of those around us, sharing in their hurt, rejoicing in their joy, and crying with their sorrows. What the kids did, we did. Sometimes this meant doing what we loved, skateboarding, rock climbing, crafts, cards, sitting around or running. Other times it meant clapping for the subpar talent show performance. But that's what I loved about summer camp. Making kids feel accepted, because when our campers would go up and make fools of themselves, we would be in the crowd, cheering and hoisting whatever was in our hands as high as we could, making even bigger fools of ourselves, silently shouting, I don't care what you did, you are my camper and you are awesome. Never forget that. I love summer camp because kids come out of their shell. They become who they were meant to be, who God created them to be. Yes, they make mistakes, but we strive to see them perfected so that maybe they can catch a glimpse of this old story of love. The most radical story of love. I choose to love you. Despite you pounding on my back, goofing around, humiliating me, I choose to love you, camper. Because God did the same for me, even though I did way worse things to him. It's tough to choose God's way every day, every minute, to love despite, but this is what the youth need, to know that they matter despite their failures, despite their brokenness, despite what the world tells them about themselves, despite what their parents said, despite what their friends say. Because kids are forgotten, they are left behind and treated wrongly, and no matter how good their home life is or how old they may be, we are all searching for that sense of belonging. We all want a hand to reach out for us and say, hey, I like you. We all want to be part of something bigger than ourselves, and if that meant beating our bodies, staying up until 3 a.m. every night, deciding not to yell when everything in our heads told us that it was totally justified, and staying around when it was awkward, then we did, because we wanted our campers to feel that sense of belonging and self-worth. I love hanging out and pretending I'm a camper again. It's because God is perfecting me in the process. He takes me by the shoulders and shakes me and says, Andrew, I love these kids. Won't you love them too? It's simple. Just get out of the way and be and love these kids. Take away all the stereotypes, everything the world puts in their minds, and that's trying to come inside of yours, and just love them as they are, as I have made them. We need to give the campers an island away from their daily lives, the hurt and the pain, the complacency. We need to expand what they've been given. We need to get them outside sometimes, out into the world and nature. Sometimes we need to get them out of their world, the lies that have been fed to them, the things that feed into their self-doubt, their brokenness, the things that say Everything that's worth it is quick and easy to get. We want to take this and shatter it. We want to go in and show them how fake the world is. We want to fill their days with smiles and laughter and hope, because that is not what they get at home. It doesn't matter how perfect your family is, you will always go through some struggle. All kids come to camp hungry. They are hungry for true life. They may say no, but in reality, it is just disguised behind the walls they have put up. We all act the way we act because of how people treat us. We react, and those reactions become our personalities. Can we, like Christ, penetrate the personalities, those reactions from poor situations, and truly grasp who the teen is and see them perfected as Christ did? Summer camp is where you can be young. This may sound weird, but sometimes I have to stop myself and say, Andrew, they are kids. But so many kids have lost their childhood these days. Because summer camp is their bridge to Terabithia. It's their wardrobe to Narnia. It becomes the place where they are free to change and grow without eyes on you or expectations. The imagination is cultivated at camp, and it lets the kid run free from the status quo of their home or their lack of home. Their burdens are taken away from their shoulders. The sun shines down on them, and they are accepted. They are viewed as perfected. Camp is fun, wild, and crazy. It's acceptance at its finest. It's talent shows that are either horrendous or amazing. It's pouring pop all over your friends, pranking and learning what it means to be a man or a woman. It's being comfortable in your own skin, blindsiding someone and steal the bacon, and being best friends with them after the matter. It's fixing games so the underdog always wins and talking about nothing until 3 a.m. in the morning. It's being woken up by the camp director because everyone slept in past breakfast. It's being forgiven. It's being given second chances, whether it's in life or in caber tossing. Chances to talk to campers about things that they keep inside. Every person is in a different part of their journey, and it's been said 1,000 times. But when you're the teacher, you're the one who's being taught. Because as much as I'm supposed to be the example of a man to all these campers, I too am just a little boy looking for that meaning and belonging in this journey, story, this summer in my life. May your life always be summer.
Rambler